Shalom, call all Yahba Shin Yahushua. Shalom to the left. Earlier, before I was dealing with some other business, I happened to scroll on Twitter, because I do use Twitter, and I happened to see what was trending, and different little stuff. He had a month for the Latin Heritage Month, and he saw the fucking devil. They give our people a month to celebrate something, and it's like, all right, go back, do what you've been doing. But I happened to scroll, and I see this, and it was the Pope was trending. Man, what the Pope done did, like, you don't grab on some little kids or some little weird shit, whatever they be doing over there. But it says, Pope Francis tells the parents of, which I ain't gonna say that name because I know these devils, they be striking channels when you put certain names and they use some type of algorithm or whatever to strike your channel. But them people, children, the parents of that community, that the Most High loves them as they are. But we finna go into the scriptures, which I brought this out in another video. That's what the Most High says about how you feel about them. See, that's how you know a lot of these places, they don't really believe in the scriptures like that. Or do they try to apply them to their life? And they be full of shit. And you have our people there see these. Look how they gathered around like he's the Most High coming down or something. Like, this is wild. Some people, we want to kiss his hand and grab on his garment or whatever. They got the iconoclasm images up there, like the scripture say, earth is given to the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wham, who is it? Who else do this shit? Who else running around doing this? Whitewashing the images, making the movies, the little cartoons, the little kids' books. So it indoctrinates their mind frame to actually believe exactly what they push up. That's why it's up to Akim to actually know the truth about this stuff, to counteract that. Now, it's in the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13. It says, I'll take so back in a minute. Anyway, this says, it says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They should surely be put to death. Their blood should be upon them. And that's what's going on, man. That's why a lot of people be getting jacked up now anyway. And when you got a new translation, you see what it say right there. They know what they were talking about when this was up, but a lot of these pastors and these ministers and whatever, they don't push this up because they don't want to lose congregation. And they want to speak smooth words because our people want to hear smooth words. Let me get that scripture real quick. And this is deceitful right here. That's where you get the term the devil from. Being deceitful. El Diablo, the deceiver. That's where you get that word from. The devil. Now, book of Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10, it says, which say to the seers, which the seers, which you would call a prophet, somebody that see something before it happen. It says, see not to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, because the false prophet, they're going to let you know, oh, God bless America, God love America, He going to bless this place, and everything's just going to be wonderful. Like, I was just scrolling through some pictures when I was doing some other business, and they had this image. Let me see if I can find it real quick. You know, Lord's willing, I can. Let me go back to it. About the New Jerusalem, right? See if I can find this image. Now, they're trying to say Missouri gonna be the New Jerusalem, which that's completely against the scriptures. Ain't no Missouri gonna be no damn New Jerusalem. Let me find this image real quick. See if I can scroll down just a little bit more. It was somewhere down there. Oh yeah, here you go right here. Now it says Old World Jerusalem. We're just talking about over there in Israel. Jerusalem is always gonna be Jerusalem, and ultimately Jerusalem is a people before a place. That's why the Most High refer to the men coming down from heaven as New Jerusalem. They ain't gonna be over here in no damn Missouri. He finna wipe this place up. He gonna set the kingdom over there. He finna wipe this place up. Now, could he? Yeah, he could. He could just wipe out majority of this and leave a certain area. And then New Jerusalem be over there. But that's not what the scriptures say. That goes against the scriptures when they talk about, well, 1 hour, Babylon to be brought to naught, which we are in Babylon, over in America. Talk about the shipmasters and all the people that trade by sea stood afar off and saw smoke going up. All the other countries that come over here to trade, whether they be from South America, from Africa, from China, Japan, Europe, Great Britain, Greenland, Iceland, Russia, wherever, they come over here and bring their goods. So when this destruction do take place, and it's part of the map, they're gonna see this from all these different little places around the world. But anyway, the reason why that part of that's gonna happen, or the part of the reason why that's gonna happen, I should say, Salaki, it's because you got people promoting this. They're not promoting practicing keeping the law, statutes, commandments. If you want the Most High to get you out of a certain situation and you want to show your love to Him, what you got to do, they telling you the exact opposite. And that's why the scripture says this. I'm gonna pull up a few more precepts on me and that's off. It's in the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity. This is iniquity. And you promote this and you have people, they're going to see this and be like, oh, well, maybe the Most High might be with them. It say, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Because that's why they do this stuff, because the Most High gave them the power to do so right now. But in a minute, He's going to strip all this little power away from them. And I'm going to pull a few more. This book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20, it says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. This is evil. People talking about love every damn thing. This is evil. You going to love something evil, nigga? That don't make no fucking sense. It says, they'll put darkness for light and light for darkness. And there's certain stuff, I'm sure you go through it on a day-to-day basis. While everybody else doing this other stuff, you doing what you do, and they looking at you like you weird. Oh, this person weird right here. He don't even do what we do. But most high gonna kill most of them any damn way. They got they judgment lined up. So when people look at you as weird, count that as a blessing. When people don't even want to deal with you because you don't want to deal with the shit that they in. They doing some wicked ass shit. And they want you to partake in it, but when you don't, they look at you like you weird. That's how the scripture say, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. That put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And that's how the society's set up. Like even when you're dealing with women, and that's why my phone keeps going off. But when you're dealing with women, they'll uphold some scumbag fuck nigga that abuse them, beat on them, and do all type of other madness. But a man that come to them in a righteous manner, try to teach them something, uplift them, try to raise their vibration a little bit, put them in a proper mindset. They look at you like you weird. So fuck them too. The Most High, he definitely got something for them. And the sincere women you have, because you do have some women that's cool to actually hear you and they be trying to better themselves. I've met some. They try to better themselves, change their diet up, dress different, don't go out all the fucking time, and so on and so on. Those the women that the Most High gonna pair up with certain men so they can make it up out of here. Because when this destruction comes, man, hold on, let me find this image I had just seen. When this happened, and at least hold on. At least that's why they're trying to go out of space. They go on the ground and shit. When this happened though, man, you do not want to be on the most high bad side. Or like they say in the world, on that shit list. Cause man, and that's all you've been hearing about in the news. And as a matter of fact, I said I wasn't gonna make this video long, but it might stretch out a little bit longer. Hold on. Let me go to this other video that I seen earlier. Cause that's all you've been hearing in the news. Meanwhile, you got people bugging out with this mask shit and all this other little nonsense that Esau pushing out to keep you oblivious from what's really going on. Let me scroll down and see if I can see it real quick. This what they doing over in Israel. Cause I ain't gonna play that video. They definitely might strike my shit. Man, this going on over in our land, man. This is supposed to be our land. This is supposed to be the Holy Land. But see, that's what happened when you piss off the Most High. Piss him off. He set up these heathens to rule over you and let them run around in your land. Just imagine you buy a house, right? You go buy this house. Then next thing you know, somebody kick you out your house and let somebody that you despise come in your shit and just run around and do whatever the fuck they want. And you had it looking nice and all elaborate and all that. You're gonna be heated. If you're in your right mind, you're gonna be heated. This should piss you off. People always talking about Africa and all that other stuff. You ain't from no fucking Africa. And that land wasn't even called Africa until a certain period of time. Anyway, let me find this video real quick. Let me see where it's at. What's going on across seas. Okay, one of them is right here. It says, U.S. tariffs on China are illegal. And see, they mad because you got the Moabites out there, which the Chinese people who you would call Moab. We had them in captivity too. The Moabites, they out there building shit up and building their military arsenal. And ultimately, that's the power of the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, putting the spirit on them to do this. So when this war pop off, basically, Babylon is surrounded. That's why I say all you that bend the bow, which is talking about them missiles. It's all you that bend the bow, spare no arrows and shoot at it. And that's what it's talking about.
Live from the world headquarters of RT America in our nation's capital, this is the news with Rick Sanchez.
And hi, everybody. I'm Rick Sanchez, and I want to welcome all of you who are watching us from around the world, including those of you watching us on your phones using the portable TV app. And once again, we're going to begin this newscast with the threat of war in the Asian Pacific. Let me start by showing you this photo. See that photo right there? See the insignia there back near the tail? See what that is? That's a photo taken over the skies of Taiwan. This is one of 18 fighter jets and bombers that were dispatched today by China into the Strait of Taiwan. It is a show of force by China to show that they mean business right now when it comes to stopping the, quote, collusion, that's the word they're using, between the United States and Taiwan. Why is China doing this? Maybe the best way to answer that is to show you a clip from this newscast just 2 days ago. Here it is.
I'm gonna go with this promo shoot. And see, this is why you don't see this on certain Akim channel. They ain't doing no promo and all that. You see this on somebody's channel that's supposed to be like a truther or whatever, bringing out information. They ain't doing it for the truth's sake. They're doing it for money.
Is warning the United
this
States
information, we spread this information because we want to enlighten people and inform people. A lot of people really don't know about this stuff. Like, there's plenty of people I encounter on a day-to-day basis. We have different conversations or whatever, and I ask them, did they see, hey, the U.S. just sold weaponry to Taiwan just so they can poke at China. A lot of people don't know that.
It's economic meetings scheduled with Taiwan this Friday or else. China says if the U.S. goes through with those meetings this Friday, there will be, quote, serious damage to the
This Friday, huh?
U.S. economic relations with China. So there you have it. China told the United States, don't do it. Don't meet with Taiwan officials behind it.
Hey, good old Esau. Let me go listen to the book of Obadiah. Good old Esau, man. Let that pride get in the way, and that's gonna be the doorway to their destruction, so to speak. It's in the book of Obadiah, and 1 in verse 3. It says, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" And see, simultaneously, while they go around the world doing all this shit, these other nations, they clicking up, and they see who the problem is on the earth. Let me read some more on this. It's in the book of Obadiah, verse 2. It says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised." These nations, they despise these damn
backs,
Edomites.
and the U.S.
And it ain't even
went
just
and did it anyway. So why is China so
It ain't
furious
even
about
just
that? Why are
America
Chinese
as a whole.
military officials right?
Because I've traveled outside the country personally. I've been to certain areas where these people, they look at you and show you some respect. Mainly our people anyway, because they know what we've been through. They know who we are. They know the history. Then, you know, if you come in a decent manner, they draw near to that. Now, if you just go around being proud and you acting like an Edomite, they ain't gonna treat you right. But when they see Esau, though, that's why you hear these stories about them going across seas and never coming back or getting held captive or whatever the scenario is, because they can't, like the scriptures say right here. It says, "I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised." And that's these fucking Edomites, man.
Now, warning the U.S. that if they continue playing with fire, they will get, quote, burned. The reason is this. China considers Taiwan a province, not an independent country. In other words, for them, what the United States is doing with Taiwan is akin to Puerto Rico meeting with China or Russia to discuss trade or buy weapons of war without including Washington in those talks. Add to that the fact that the Trump administration is officially banning TikTok and WeChat this weekend. And what you have is a level of heat between two superpowers not seen since the Cold War and getting worse by the day.
Yeah, and some more shit gonna happen before this election pop off too, man. Just pay attention to the news, stay alert, vigilant, and watching what's going on. Now I'm gonna go into the scripture in the book of Revelation. I was talking about for 1 hour. Because that's all it's gonna take, man. All these nations, they got all these nukes and shit. You think they ain't trying to shoot them? They ain't just got them just so they can sit them up and pay somebody to dust them off every now and then. No. Oh, and before I get into this, let's see. I'm gonna pull this first, then I'll get into this. It's in the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 13. It says, oh, hold on. Let's see. I want to read down a little bit more on this. Yep, Revelation chapter 16, verse 13. It says, "And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet." And here go one of your false prophets right here. And it says, "But they are the spirits of devils." Hold on, let me pull that word up real quick. Going to the word devil. Going to the root word. Okay, here we go. That's what I was looking for. 'Cause you got Esau. See, a lot of this information I can been posting up. Esau try to come with this counter bullshit. Like right here it says, the Christian and Jewish believe the chief evil spirit, Satan, which the devil and Satan is two different entities. Because a person can come to you and be the damn devil. They have a deceptive spirit on them. That don't mean they actually Satan. Satan is a whole other spiritual entity, but I ain't gonna go all the way into that. Now, what I want to get into, it says Old English. It says Diofo, related to the Dutch, Duovel, or the German, Tefe. It says in the Latin from Greek, the ablos, which goes into the accuser, slanderer, which that's what these Edomites did. They go around the world accusing and slandering everybody else the whole time they doing the shit. Now it says used in the Septuagint to translate Hebrew, which goes into Shaitan, which that's something totally different. Yeah, let me see what else information I can pull from this. No, I ain't gonna read all that. Got Esau going off. Talking about the Oxford English Dictionary, and they bugging with that. I ain't gonna go into that. I don't wanna confuse nobody reading extra stuff. But basically, like I say, the word diablos, which just means the deceiver, the accuser or the slanderer. Slandering everybody else, but the whole time they doing all the shit. Now, it says, for their spirits of devils working miracles. Back in Revelation chapter 16, still in verse 13. Or after verse 13, I should say. It says, for they are spirits of devils working miracles which go forth unto the kings of the earth, the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of Yahweh Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief in the night. Blessed see that watcher. So we supposed to be watching this stuff right here. Hey, if a person don't know what the hell going on, you better start watching, man, paying attention to this real shit. People always talking about they like real shit. This is real as it gets, right here. It says, blessed see that watcher and keep up his garments, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame. Which I just told you know, most people say in the world, oh, you slipping. You don't want to be slipping. The Most High bring that judgment. And it says, and he gathered them together in a place called the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. Now, the other scripture I was going to go into, about 4 in 1 hour, this place shall be made desolate, don't be brought to naught. Because it is. There can be no New Jerusalem over here. That picture I showed earlier, people going off saying that. I had some family members tell me that too. Like, hold up, you ain't been reading the scriptures because it clearly says that Babylon is going to be made desolate. I'm going to read this, and I'm going to end this off. I ain't going to stretch this out no longer than this. Because, you know, a lot of people have a short attention span. So, the main point is this right here. It's in the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 16. It says, and saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed with fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls for 1 hour, so great riches has come to naught. What'll bring something to desolation in 1 hour? That's what. Now it says, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning. Well, if you're gonna be way out in the ocean or whatever, what else kind of smoke you gonna see? It's only smoke you'll be able to see right here. This type of smoke. It says, saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, the great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea. By reason of her costliness, for 1 hour she was made desolate. China made rich because of this place. Europe, because people love getting European stuff. Russian stuff, whether it be weaponry, other type of electronic devices and other stuff like that. Also, they deal with petroleum and all type of oils and stuff. Also, what else? Africa, a lot of stuff. A lot of people get rich and get their money and go right back over there. Saudi Arabia, all these different places, they was made rich because of this place. Japan made rich because of this place. What else? Australia made rich because of this place. Poland made rich because of this place. In certain areas, I should say, because Poland ain't really like one of them super areas that got a bunch of rich people. New Zealand made rich because of this place. Great Britain made rich because of this place. Canada made rich because of this place. So, what are they going to see? Now, in 1 hour, that place is made desolate. And one of the reasons why it's going to be desolate, because you got people promoting this. So, just wanted to bring this out. Lord's on this edifying. Call all y'all about Shin Yahweh and Shalom to the left. Hey, before I end this off, knowing that this place is going to be made desolate, what manner of person you ought to be? Book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 11. Since different stuff keep popping up in my mind, I'll just go ahead and bring it out. It says, seeing then that all of these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Oh, you be godly, you can't hang with everybody. People not going to really like you like that. They're not going to understand you. They're not going to be around you. The ones that do, it may be for other motives, or it could be pure motives. You'll be able to see. But knowing that this place is going to be dissolved because of this, man, hey, you'll be trying to carry yourself as right as possible. Try to get close to your how about Shin Yahweh Shah, because that's the only way you're going to get up out of here. And simultaneously, while that's going on, which this is why these so-called UFOs been being seen around the world even more. That's how they're going to get delivered. So book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 27, it says, and then shall he send his angels and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven. And that's the only way you're escaping this. Ain't no other way around. You can't go up on the ground. You go on the ground, you get cooked like a damn rotisserie chicken, and you try to fly somewhere, get in the water, you're just going to get boiled up. So the only way you get up out of here is if you're part of the elect and your house shall come back and get you when he sends his angels out. So I just want to bring this out, Lord's witness, edifying. Call all y'all about Shin Yahweh Shah. Shalom to the left.